So as we end this week and we collectively head into the weekend, I thought I would leave you with a little bit of an inspiration video on the topic of connection. How do we find connection? How do we reconnect to past parts of ourselves? How do we bring ourselves back to life? Let's get comfortable and cozy with the idea that we don't all know where we're going at all times. We do not have life on Google Maps. We do not have a GPS that's going to tell us turn by turn where to go. And it's through this exploration, it's through this darkness that you are going to find your light. And notice I say your light, not the light. There is no ultimate light. This is about finding for you the path that makes sense for you right now and giving yourself the permission to say at any time, I can change my path. That's the beauty of being lost. There's nothing left to lose. It can only go up from here, my friends. In my last video, I talked about burnout. And I talked about burnout as this state where your internal experience is really different from how you need to act and present on the outside. And it is this disconnect, it is this distance between your internal and external self that leads to a feeling of mental exhaustion. That's burnout, right? You're like, I can't do this shit anymore. Get me out of here. I can't do it. It's this feeling of I can't go on. It's a feeling of, when I really think about it, what is burnout? Burnout is a feeling of disconnection. Disconnection from what? From yourself. You feel disconnected and maybe angry at your body. You feel disconnected from your goals. You don't remember who you are or how you got here. You feel disconnected from other people. You're like, leave me alone. Let me just rot on the couch. Just leave me alone. And so when we are in this state of disintegration, right, what do we need to bring us back? What do we need? And when I think about burnout is really losing touch with yourself and not being able to connect with those most powerful, most intentful, is that a word? Most full of intent parts of yourself, right? A lot of times you say, I just feel like I'm going through the motions, right? That is a lack of intention. That is a being dragged through life, right? What is the antidote to that? The antidote to that, the remedy for that, is reconnection. It's reintegration of all the parts of yourself. So as you are in this process of saying to yourself, how do I go from feeling so dead to alive? Know that there is a reanimation process that is going to happen, and it will not happen overnight. Okay? Because you want to think about this as 3 distinct states that you are moving through. Okay? You have the first state, which is disconnection. So symptoms include burnout, include feeling listless, include feeling lost, feeling dead inside, feeling like a shell of a person, right? We've all been there. And as you move to the next state is what I'm going to call just neutral. Neutral meaning you feel something, you're defrosting, okay? You're defrosting. You're coming back to life. You're not fully back yet, but you're in the process of defrosting. Okay, you're coming to room temperature. Okay, maybe that's a good word. Room temperature is where we want to be. We just want to come to room temp. And then finally, you're going to move to a sense of connection. This is where you feel things more fully, where you're able to accept your own flaws, where you're able to see imperfections in yourself, understand that you are a work in progress, and give yourself grace. Okay, so you look at these 3 states: disconnection, room temperature, kind of neutral, coming back to life, all the way through to connection. Okay, so when we're over here and we feel really just challenged and really a little bit dead inside, what do we want? We want so badly. We remember the highs. When we're in a low, we remember the highs. So we go to and we think, God, why can't I be that person who was fit and in touch with my own goals and eating really healthy and crushing it at work? Where did that person go? And we think, why can't I be there? And we might even get mad at ourselves. Why aren't I there now? This is so annoying, right? And so that negativity continues because why? You're comparing your current state to a little bit of a fantasy state, right? from the past. And you're saying, why can't I get there? What's wrong with me? Or if you're not comparing yourself to a past version, you're comparing yourself to a fantasy version of other people you know. Could be real people you know. Could be looking at people you went to school with and looking at their beautiful life and saying, what's wrong with me? They have all their shit together and I do not, right? It could be looking at even celebrities, people in the press, people in the media, being like, gosh, she has like such great hair. She's so skinny. She's so smiley. Like she has that Dior bag. Like everything's so cute. I'm just like a little shrimp on a stick. Like why can't I be cute? Here's what I want to say about that process. About the process from going from like freezing cold to room temperature to like warm again, coming back to life, right? This is an ugly process. It's not like cute, okay? Your unfolding is not cute. Your reconnection with yourself is gonna be more grotesque than it is going to be charming. Like this is not it's not cute, it's not charming, it's not fun to look at. It is a series of like limbs unfolding and you awkwardly stumbling back to life. Okay? So I want to also bring in this concept of perfectionism. Because we think in our idealized state that we are just going to turn from cold to warm overnight like a beautiful flower unfolding. It'll be so pretty, and then we will execute that unfolding so perfectly that other people who happen to be glancing in our direction are going to be like, damn, that person's unfolding really nicely. And so if we encounter awkwardness, if we encounter a kind of like ugly duckling transformation type gray area, we can't take it. It's like, I don't want to look at that. I don't want, can I just do the makeover scene without any awkwardness? Like, I just want to be pretty and perfect now, or handsome and perfect now. I don't want to be anything in between. The in-between state is gross. Go away. So the lesson here is, guys, we need to allow ourselves to be seen in every various contorted state of the process. Okay, so that's just like the nature of the process that I want to outline for you, because I need you to give yourself permission to be a little bit awkward as you figure this out. Okay, if it's not awkward, it's not correct. Like, it should be weird. It should be awkward. Okay, so we talked about the process, right? We all know what we're getting into. Okay, so now let's ask the question of, okay, if I want to go from a state of disconnection to connection, how do I do that? Mandy, I don't even know where to start. Like, what I want to be in a connected state. I want to feel a part of something, but how do you do that? Okay, so we're just going to ask ourselves some really simple questions. And as I'm asking these questions, feel free to jot down some notes for yourself, or if I'm like on the go with you, feel free to just like let the questions sink into your brain. And if you're driving or walking or doing whatever you're doing, like just let the answers come in the next, say, 24 to 48 hours. Like, just because you watch this video does not mean that boom, cut-a-king, like everything's just going to be perfect. Like, no, it's going to cause a little bit of messiness in your brain. And then eventually there will be some answers that form, but the answers that come may also be questions. And then you're going to be like, ooh, like I didn't want more questions. Questions lead to more questions, but then eventually the answers do come, I promise. So when it comes to connection, I think that there's sort of two steps. One is you always have to start with yourself. Like, your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship that you're going to have. So you want to ask yourself, what are things that are going to connect me with me? What are activities, okay? What are some little activities that I can do in 30 minutes to an hour that make me feel connected to myself, that remind me of myself? Okay, just think about it. Just ask yourself, what are things that I just like to do? There's no output. There's no productivity. This is just like doing stuff for the sake of doing it. What are those activities under 1 hour that you can do that lead you back to yourself, that make you think, oh, actually, I'm like pretty cool. Does that ever happen to you? When you'll just be like doing something by yourself and then you'll just be like, oh, I'm cool. Like, we want to get to that feeling. And I know this question might be cheesy, but sometimes I really do ask myself just like, what's going to make me happy? And I know happiness is like hard to define, but just like use that word, because whatever it means to you, it's going to spark something. So what's going to make me happy today? You don't have to think about the future. Like, literally just think about today, right now. What is going to make you happy? Then just, if you can find something that's going to make you happy in the next 30 minutes, do it. Then your happiness level, then your temperature rises. You know, you're rapidly defrosting. That's what we want to do. Another question that you can ask yourself is to think about life and activities in terms of the density of things. When we do things that we don't want to do, they feel heavy. You know, they actually feel like a weight is on us. It actually feels like you feel lethargic. You feel like you're carrying around an extra 30-pound weight. You just don't want to do it. Okay? Contrast that with when you do things that make you feel open and expansive and light. Just like joyful, easy, light. Okay? Do those things. Okay, so you've started with yourself. You've really thought about what are the things that are going to give me joy, bring lightness, and bring happiness into my life. Okay, me with me, just me. I don't have to worry about anyone else. Okay, that's sort of the first part. The second part, of course, with connection, is it does have to do with your relationship with other people. Okay, people are energy. Who you spend time with, who you hang out with, what you do together, who you text with, who you're in the group chat with, the activities that you go to, the activities that you participate in. That's all energy. So you want to think about, okay, if I'm trying to find a sense of connection, which really is about a shared purpose, a shared mission, we're all here to do something, to support something, right? What are the things that I enjoy doing that give me energy? That after I do them with other people, I'm left on a high versus feeling like, oh, that was like kind of an annoying dinner, right? Who are the people? What are the activities that you like to do that bring, again, lightness, a sense of weightlessness, a sense of pep in your step, joy into your life? Then go spend more time with those people. Go find those people, connect with those people, text with those people, laugh with those people, send memes to those people, watch a movie with those people. Like, do things that make you feel like yourself. Okay, so in conclusion, what is burnout? Burnout is really a disconnected state where you feel very far from the person that you want to be or the person that you truly are. And it comes from a sense of feeling things internally that do not match with your external circumstances. And then it gets to a point where you're like, actually, my system is overloaded. I can't do this anymore. Okay? So in that state, you are in a frozen, motionless state. And what we want to do is we want to move you into a defrosted room temperature state and then bring you back to life. Increase your temperature so you feel warm and light and free. So you want to then think about, what are the things that I can do with myself, just me at a bookstore, just me on a walk, just me in a swimming pool, right? All by your lonesome, healing yourself through activity. And then who are the people or what are the activities that I do that are also going to bring me, I don't know, joys, maybe exaggerated, but just a sense of like fun and lightness and like, it's chill. It's just chill. You know, there are certain people where it's like the relationship is just easy. You don't feel like you have to constantly be apologizing or constantly be a certain version of yourself. Like, you could just be you. You should be goofy. You could just be quiet. You could just be chill. You don't have to be anything that you're not. Okay? That there's an equal exchange of energy. Go hang out with those people. Go do things with those people. Okay? I hope this video was helpful for you as a little just pre-weekend prep to get your mind right. I love you guys so much. Thank you as always for watching, and I will continue to make videos as always. So thank you, and I will see you soon. Bye.